The four videos that I chose to review were my self-introduction speech, my museum tour, my speech to inform, and my speech to actuate. Now, while watching my self-introduction speech, I noticed that I was not very confident in speaking or body language, and I also did not know quite how to use the uh, materials on Zoom. So instead of having everyone on gallery mode where you could see everyone, I had them on speaker where you could only see the person who was talking. Now, while watching my museum tour, I did notice I was a lot more confident in speaking and my body language, and I was able to have everyone on screen to where you could see them. And while watching my speech to inform, I did notice that I was not as confident as I was in my museum tour, and my body language was not as confident either. While I did have everyone on screen, I knew how to use Zoom at that point. I used filler words, I paused a lot, and overall, while there were some spaces where I did seem to be a little bit more confident, overall, that speech was a little less confident than my museum tour, but um, it was definitely showed a lot of progress from my very first speech that I gave. Now, while watching my speech to actuate, I did notice I was more confident than I was in my speech to inform, and I was more confident in my speech and my body language. And I noticed I paused a few times, but I rarely used filler words. And some ways that I can improve in my public speaking skills would be to speak more publicly or just give more presentations. Overall, I saw a lot of progress in my speaking.